Hey everybody, just making sure that we're live. Yes, we're live. I saw the little thing that says we're live. Thank you everybody for coming on today, tonight. I know that this time of the year seems really strange to be even thinking about starting a business. It's Christmas time, it's holiday time, it's just so much that is going on right now. But in all honesty, there is never a good time to make a change in your life. You'll always find an excuse to not do something. You know, we are just very creatures of habit, and sometimes even though our lives are uncomfortable, we will still do it because it's comfortable. We've been doing it for so long, we've been uncomfortable and unhappy about our lives that it actually starts to become comfortable. And we don't want that. We want something new. And the best way to start something new in the new year is to get started now. So thank you so much for getting on tonight, and listening to what could possibly, honestly, change your life incredibly. I have two of my best friends on. We are going to share our lives and how becoming a coach has definitely just really made a big impact in our lives, the impact lives of people around us, and then just kind of give you basics of what it is to be a coach and how you can join and what you can expect after you join. And also, don't forget, what we want you to do is to go back to the Facebook event, because if you got this link, you got it from the Facebook event. We're going to go back to the Facebook event, and back there, we're going to talk about some common misconceptions that I know I even had 7 years ago when I became a coach. So we're going to kind of battle that. You have a chance to ask any questions live to everybody in the team. Like just right now, it's just us three that are live, but we have a whole team sitting on standby waiting to answer your questions. And then we're going to have a little drawing at the end, so you want to stay to the end. So if you don't know, my name is Teresa Hansen, and again, thank you for joining us. I have been a coach for 7 years, and I used to be an addict. I was an addict to self-pity. I was an addict to self-hate. I was the most negative person and suffered from bitch face. I actually think I created that definition. But 7 years ago, before 7 years ago, before I became a coach, I honestly thought that everybody was against me. I wasn't my true self. It wasn't my nature, it was my nurture. It was being who I was in the part of America where I lived in. And so that just made me very negative. And when you're negative, you can't ever be positive. You can't ever change your life. You'll be stuck somewhere that you don't want to do. Well, as I got older, I went to school, I went to college. After I went to college, I gained so much weight. So that negativity just doubled. I mean, not only was I negative, I thought the whole world was against me. Now I was overweight, and I really hated what I looked like when I looked in the mirror. I was not happy at all. When I was going to college, I worked full time. I went to college full time, and so when I graduated from college, I thought I was entitled to be lazy. So I was set on my ass for 8 to 10 hours in front of the computer. I was a computer developer, and then because I was entitled to be lazy, I would go home and sit on my ass while I'd lay down on my couch and watch TV galore. Well, then I wondered why I gained so much weight, and then I even got even more negative, if that was even possible, and more self-pity, more not liking myself at all. So since I was watching TV, and I seriously tried everything I saw on TV. I tried workouts, I tried creams, I tried pills, I tried everything, and I bought them. I shouldn't have, and this is why the credit card bill started going up, but I bought them because I was trying to lose weight. I was trying to feel better about myself. And then I met my future husband, right before I turned 22, and we went through all of my ups and downs and negativity and everything. When he met me, I was tiny, and I got bigger and bigger and bigger, and more negative and negative and negative. But then we decided we should just get married, even though we could barely afford anything. We were broke, but we liked to live the good life. And so our credit cards together started going higher and higher and higher because we didn't know how to budget. And even though I tried, we still liked spice things, and we went out all the time because we thought that was a good thing. And using a credit card at the bar was like awesome, right? Yeah. So we just got more and more and more into debt. But And I got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I didn't like myself. Well, right before I got married, I got my hands on some P90X, and I started doing that, and I lost a lot of weight. I didn't really change my diet, but I lost an incredible amount of weight. And I looked great for my wedding, but because it wasn't something that I learned as a lifestyle, it was just I had a due date and it ended. I came back and gained all the weight back. So that just put me in a more negative place in my life, and so we just went through that year in the motions and not did very good or whatever, you know. And then fast forward a year, I decided, oh, I want to be a mom, right? Because that's what you're wanted to do, and I really wanted to be a mom. I was ready to be a mom, but I knew in my head that I was not in a place in my mind because of what my self talk that I talked to myself, and my body was not in a place to become a mom. And then I got an email from Beachbody, because I told you, infomercial queen. I bought all kinds of stuff from infomercials, and that's what Beachbody started off as. I was on their mailing list, and they told me about Insanity. And I was really, really excited. I'm like, this is what I need. Insanity is the workout that's going to help me get into shape, and I'm going to be able to, start the family that I want. But I couldn't afford it. And it was right before my birthday, so I asked my mom, I'm like, Mom, can you buy me Insanity for my birthday? And guess what? My mom loves me. She bought me Insanity. And I started, but not only is that the same time I started Insanity, but then I also got involved with Facebook, social media, mainly Facebook. And I started meeting other people that were doing it. And so we kind of were accountable to each other. And I actually stuck with it, and I actually opened the meal plan that came with Insanity, which I had never done with any other workouts. I started following that and making the meals and meal planning, and I started really losing weight, but I started actually enjoying it because I felt so good. It's like this workout was so hard. I was about 40 pounds overweight, and Insanity, that's hard even when you're fit. I smoked way too much. I drank so much. I was not in a healthy spot. So Insanity killed me, but I was determined to do that. And that's one thing about me, no matter negative or where I came from, whatever, I've always been determined, and I've always been a hard worker and very stubborn. And I was like, Shanti's not going to get me. I'm going to make myself do that push-up. So I started losing the weight, and then I found out about Shakeology, and I tasted it for the first time, and I fell in love with it. And my person who had me join Beachbody, she goes, you should be a coach. And I was like, you're crazy. Because I had a real job, I had a real degree, I had an engineering math degree. I wasn't going to be doing home parties. Like, I remember when I grew up, the Tupperware and the Mary Kay, I didn't do that kind of stuff. But when she said I could get 25% discount, I was like, you got me a 25% discount. I don't have to do anything. Great. Just give me the discount. So I signed up, and I started getting the discount because I really loved Shakeology. It tasted like a Reese's peanut butter cup, and I love Reese's peanut butter cups, and it was like okay for me to drink it. So I'm losing weight. I'm feeling amazing. I still had like the self-talk, the negative in my head, but I was doing something to change it. I felt so good working out. Shakeology was amazing. It was helping my digestive system. I've always had issues with that. Then I found out that there was actual real income that you could earn from this, and not doing home parties or being crazy, salesy person or whatever. So I started kind of dabbling a little bit into it. I didn't go all the way in, but then I got pregnant. And one of my visions in my life was to be a stay-at-home mom, to be there when they got home from school, and to take them to soccer practice and do all this stuff with them. But I knew there was no way we could do that. If we could barely afford our life as just a husband and wife, there's no way that I could stay home and start a family. But when I realized the potential of Beachbody of earning an income with that, that's when I started going, okay, let's do this. Let's get this going. And then, Beachbody likes to shove personal development down your throat. And they shove this, not just selling, they want you to be a better person. They want you to realize who you really are so that you can help more people, because you can't help anybody if you don't like yourself. And I was still in that state of not liking myself. So I finally threw up my hands. I gave it up. I'm like, fine, I'll read a personal development book. I was hooked. And I realized a lot about myself. It was hard, but it was good in the end. Like all my negativity, everything, like I said, being a multicultural girl in rural America, being in a male dominant field, you just don't, it's really hard not to be negative. That nurture part to change you that way, but that's not my nature. My nature really is to want to help people and to be a teacher. That is what my personality is. And now with that, I have been able to use the things that it is me personally. And if that is something that you do enjoy, of helping other people, teaching other people while you're bettering yourself, this is a place that's going to be great for you. So now, 7 years later, let's see, I've been a 2-time elite coach. I have joined the Millionaire Club. I'm almost in the Multi-Millionaire Club. Since, like I said, 7 years. In August was my, this year alone, I took my family to Cancun. I moved into my dream house. There's so many things that happen monetary, but I just realized that I'm just much a happier person. That even when shit happens, I'm able to get over it because it's just life, and I know that's not the end. And my old self would just blow up and everything was horrible and I just couldn't get past it. So it was not just the monetary things and these superficial goals that not superficial, but like material goals that I was able to get. But it's just me personally. I am a better mom. I am a better friend. I'm a better mentor, which I really love. And I love to work out and I feel good. And honestly, I can say I look good. And that's all because I become a coach. So that's a little bit of my story. I am going to welcome Shannon. This is my girl. This is my Shannon, my lady. She is a mom of 2 beautiful girls. She's a wife to, seriously, a Renaissance man. Her husband can do everything. I don't understand, but he really can do anything. She's my lifetime diamond coach and really another, sister from another mister. So please, Shannon, I'm going to have you get on and tell a little bit about your story.
All right. Let's make sure I'm popping up here. Yeah, you good? Well, I will have to say that I will have to have my husband rewatch the recording for this because he will thoroughly appreciate his intro to this video. My husband's wonderful. So you guys, my story is I got started with Beachbody about 3 years ago this month. And like T said, I'm a lifetime diamond coach. I started the way that a lot of coaches start, and that is as a customer first. I had my daughter Maya when I was 22. I believe it was when she was about 6 months old, I broke it off with her dad. So I was really young. I was learning how to be a mom. I was learning how to be a single mom and just trying to figure everything out. And I know that a lot of you moms out there can really relate with mom guilt, right? And I think that I really, really let my mom guilt eat away at me. And because I felt so terrible about Maya's family not working, I put every ounce of energy that I had into that baby. And by doing that, I completely let myself go. I would stop by for convenience food to eat fast on my way home. I worked a full-time job. I was gone 10 hours a day. She was in daycare. I didn't want to spend the evening hours that I had with her cooking, right? I wanted to get home and I wanted to spend time with her. So I put on a lot of weight, not being active and eating the wrong things. It's simple and it happens really, really fast. I also had I had a hard time because I associate eating out and food with joy and happiness. So anytime I feel sad or I feel low, it's not that I want to go binge eat in my, kitchen necessarily, but I want to go out to eat with my friends. I want to meet my family at a restaurant and have a good time. Because to me, I associate that with happiness. So I was doing a lot of eating out. I went from probably 140 pounds to upwards of 180 pounds. My weight teetered high and low. I tried everything. I went to the gym. I did spin classes. I did Zumba. I did CrossFit for about a year. I never got into gimmicky type things. Luckily, thank God, I was never a pill person or anything like that. But I never found anything that really, really worked for me. I think that all of those things are fantastic if they work for you. I don't like to downgrade anything that works for somebody, but none of those things are things that worked for me. So my tipping point was my husband and I, at this point, he was my fiance. We lived together, and my husband is in law enforcement. So if any of you are law enforcement wives, you understand shift work and shift change. And we were coming up on a shift change, and I was going to lose my gym time. By this time, we had quit CrossFit, and I was going to a gym right up the street from the house. So I had to find something that I was going to be able to do while my daughter slept upstairs in the morning. I'd seen this crazy lady popping up on my Facebook all the time who looked fantastic, and her name was Teresa Hansen. And it just so happened that the day that I was thinking about the workouts is also a day that Teresa had posted about being able to pay off her student loans. Now, my husband, God bless his soul, got into a marriage where I'm now not working, and he is paying off my student loans. So I'm like, oh, pay off student loans. This is fantastic. So I reached out to Teresa, and we had a really long talk. She was wonderful about setting me up with the program that worked best for me. I fell in love with weightlifting when I was doing CrossFit. So I really wanted something that was going to incorporate the weights along with the other types of workouts. When I signed up as a coach, I actually signed up when I bought that first challenge pack, which I don't think happens all the time. But my reasoning for that was I was done. I was going all in. I was going to lose the weight. I was tired of feeling the way that I felt. I felt run down. I felt exhausted. I was self-conscious. I didn't like the way that I looked. I didn't like the way that I felt. So I figured if I'm going to do this, I'm going to save 25% because I'm going to be buying these shakes. I'm going to be buying more programs, and I might as well get a discount. What you'll see if you sign up as a coach and you're going through a transformation on your own is your friends and your family, anybody who follows you on social media, they're going to start seeing you change. They're going to start seeing you feel better about yourself. You're going to be happy. You're going to be glowing in your photos. You're going to post photos of yourself on Facebook, right? Because we all know how hard it is to find that photo of us when we were 30 pounds heavier because we wouldn't let anybody take it. And that sort of instantly turned this into a small business when I wasn't expecting it to, because people were reaching out to me and wondering, what are you doing? What can I do? Can I do this with you? So it really kind of was an organic change from being just a Beachbody customer and switching over to being a Beachbody coach. I am now a stay-at-home mommy of 2 girls, which I'm gonna get all teary-eyed because Teresa and I talked about this for ages and ages, and I thought it will never happen. It's never gonna happen. My husband and I was in the mortgage business for 12 years. I made 6 figures, a year, and the thought of being able to leave that job, like that's never gonna happen, right? I got pregnant with Gracie after losing about 30 pounds. Got married to my husband first, got pregnant with Gracie. And we started really thinking about me staying home. My husband sees a lot of horrible things with law enforcement. He started to get really nervous about leaving our baby with somebody else. I was able to make that a reality. Am I making 6 figures? Not yet. By no means am I making 6 figures yet. But I am making enough money with Beachbody to make it worth me staying home, to make up the difference. We're able to put Maya in volleyball because I have Beachbody income. We're able to keep me home with Gracie because I have Beachbody income. We're able to provide Christmas presents because I have Beachbody income. We were able to enroll Gracie in ISR swim lessons. If you guys know what those are, they are not cheap because I have Beachbody income. I have a wonderful husband who supports us. He supports my career, which is amazing. But Beachbody has changed my life in so many ways. I never ever thought I would be the mom that would be able to stay home with her babies. And being home with Gracie every single day is just above and beyond anything that I could ever imagine. Not only that, but today I reached my goal weight, which I'm really excited about. And this is a goal weight that I set up on my Beachbody account 3 years ago, guys. Like, fitness is a journey. It took me 3 years to get here. I was super close at one point, got pregnant. That kind of screwed things up a little bit, literally. But here I am. I did it. So now I'm in the midst of changing up some goals, setting some new goals, and I'm working on it. And I just know that none of these things would have been possible without my Beachbody business, without my Beachbody family, without my Beachbody challengers. I mean, my challengers keep me going. These girls, man, they keep you on your toes. So if you're looking for extra motivation, these girls will do it for you. I think that's a wrap, guys. I watch a 3-year-old too. You know, I have an 18-month-old that's home with me. I watch a 3-year-old every day. I have a 10-year-old who goes to school. So I'm able to fit in my work. I wake up in the morning when my husband gets up for work, and I work my power hour for about an hour and a half. I get my workouts in at nap time, and I do another power hour in the evening. So it's really all about being able to set your own schedule. And for you stay-at-home moms, you know how important that is, to be able to get to story time at the library, to be able to pick up your other kids at preschool, to be able to do the things that you need to do. This business, you are lucky enough to be able to schedule your work around all of these things that need to happen for your family. So if you guys have any questions for, you know, the stay-at-home mommy, the crazy mommy, by all means, post in the group afterwards, and I'll be looking for those. And that's all I got.
Thank you so much, Shannon. And I mean, it is true. We started this business. I know I started this business after working full time, and then you transition. You can make this business work with whatever your schedule is. And congratulations on your weight loss milestone. I adore you to pieces. If you probably don't know, but me and her had a life experience together. We did Unleash the Power with Tony Robbins, and that was probably the most best experience we had, and it was so great that we got to do it together. So we have a little sister's kinder heart there. So now we have Robin Barnes. I'm so excited to have her share her story. And me and Robin have like a little different story. She didn't start her career with me, but she's definitely flourishing with me, and I'm so excited. She's a rock star in her business, but before that, she used to serve our country as a nurse, and that is probably one of the most amazing things in the world. And now she's fighting obesity live and at home, which is amazing. Her husband, who I adore as well, got to hang out with them, her and her daughters on their cruise ship, because this kind of little perks we get as Beachbody coaches when we help people lose weight. They give us free cruises when you work hard. And so I got to hang out with her and her husband and her daughters, and definitely we have major love fest between us. I think we just meshed very, very well. And so she is a mom, and she's a retired Army nurse, as I said before. She's a 2-star diamond, a Success Club legend. And if you don't know what a legend means, that means for 24 months consecutively, she has helped at least 3 people each month start their journey and continue the journey to have a healthier life. She's done that for 24 months in a row. Not only does she do that to help people with home workouts, she's also a fitness instructor. She does P90X, Insanity, Size, Country Heat, Turbo Kick, Pyo, and boom, she's good. And Pound, and I think Pound is the one with the drums. I've seen her post about that. I've never done that one, but it looks fun. So Robin, I'm going to unmute you and have you come on and tell your story.
Thanks so much, Teresa. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We're good?
Yes.
And Shannon, congratulations. This is our life. We get to celebrate each other and celebrate the people that we touch in our family. This is a second family, and we're so close. In order to explain where I am, I have to take you back to the beginning to tell you where I've come from. So my weight loss journey began very young. I was obese as a child. I attribute that weight gain to having lived in a quite dysfunctional family. I lived with an alcoholic grandfather, other addictions, and in a very young age watched a lot of people that I love suffer with diseases, and in fact ended up losing my immediate family before I even turned 18. My mom and my dad, my grandparents who raised me, aunts and uncles, I watched them suffer through diseases that could have been prevented. I lost weight as I think adolescence, and I did it the wrong way. So, and Shannon was saying how, you know, she didn't do any binges or pills or potions. I did anything that I could do. If you can imagine being young, or if you know anyone that was obese as a child, you get ridiculed and made fun of and bullied, and it left a scar. And I never wanted to return to that part of my life. So it was always a fear in the back of my mind that regardless of what it takes, I have to lose this weight and I have to keep it off. Now, embarrassingly, I'll tell you that when I lost my family, lost the weight, I still had to lose weight in order to get into the military. But when I went into the military, I went in as a nurse. It was my calling and my heart, God placed in my heart, to be a servant, to be able to help heal and help people that are suffering with illness. And so I joined the Army as a nurse, and I had to battle my weight to get in and battle my weight while I was in order to stay in. And I never really learned the right way. So if you think about the military, you might think that people do physical exercises with their units every morning. That wasn't the life of a nurse. A nurse still has 12-hour shifts, works weekends and holidays, and you're pretty much on your own to do the workouts, to do your physical training on your own in order to pass your PT test. Well, unfortunately, I would cram for that test. I normally get injured, and it set myself back. And just, every 6 months, do what I needed to do to lose weight. Well, as I retired out of the military, I realized I loved being a nurse. It got really busy being a nurse. I wanted to help more people and impact more people at a more personal level. And so I thought I would go into wellness coaching or to be a wellness nurse when I retired. And as fate would have it, I ended up being my first client because about 4 years after retiring, I started developing severe signs of muscular and skeletal injury and pain. And then it got into brain fog and lack of memory. I had no energy, and this spiraled for about a year. And my clinical team didn't know what was happening, and they diagnosed me with a autoimmune disorder. They umbrellaed it under fibromyalgia, but it was so painful. It literally took my life away as far as functional living. I wasn't a mother. I wasn't a wife. I wasn't a friend. I disappeared from the gym scene. People like what happened to Robin? Did she deploy? And here I had been retired. I think that was at my lowest point. I was at I couldn't even sleep comfortably or sit comfortably. I was going to risk losing my job because I couldn't sit in front of a computer. I decided to take matters into my own hands, and I started researching holistic health and healing, and I realized the nutrition was a big part of that. And I had all these supplements from these high-end companies that would cost me anywhere from $20 to $50 a pop. And I wasn't a pill person. I mean, even to take an aspirin and Motrin, I take one at a time with a lot of water, and I hate it. It's like a last resort. Well, in order to try to heal myself, I had a line of pills, 8 to 12, that I would take 3 times a day that I was subscribed to in order to try to get my health back. I was juicing. I was doing everything that I read was the right thing to do. I realized what I did when I was diagnosed with this autoimmune disease through research. I found I did this to myself through all of the fasting and the not eating enough and eating the wrong things and the yo-yo weight gain and loss. So I was to blame. And so it was up to me to get my health back, and it wasn't working. Well, social media came around about that time, and I put a plea out on social media on Facebook. And basically it said I was at the end of my rope and I didn't know what else to do. And someone had said, have you heard of Shakeology? You should try it. Here, this person that I didn't even know, someone that found me on Facebook and said, you should try Shakeology. Well, when you're trying everything, you will do anything to get your health back. I researched Shakeology, and lo and behold, to find so first of all, Shakeology has 70 nutrient ingredient superfoods in it. And the first 7 that I saw, those were the subscriptions that I had, the auto ships that I was getting from this company at $20 to $50 a month. So already I noticed that, this is going to save me a ton of money. A lot of people think that Shakeology is expensive, but if you break down what you get in each bag, it's amazing. You can't compare it anywhere. So I put all the rest of my pills and the supplements aside, and I did Shakeology, hoping to make a comeback. And it just, first of all, it tasted amazing. I didn't care what it was going to taste like, but it was wonderful. I did the chocolate and the peanut butter, which was like a Reese's shake. And I immediately started feeling better. I understood the whole cellular absorption of the nutrients and how pure it was. And to make a longer story short, within 90 days, I had lost the additional weight. I had gained over 40 pounds. I was diagnosed with clinical depression. Remember, my medical team had given up on me. I was anxious and depressed and just in pretty bad shape. And I made a comeback. And when you get a second chance at life, want to scream it from the rooftop. And I mean, I believed in this stuff. I was a product of this product, and it gave me my life back. And you can't put that into monetary value. It's just a blessing. So I didn't come into the business for the discount or even to make money. I came in because I felt obligated to pay this forward because I knew other people that were having similar issues. So I never really paid attention. Oh, and by the way, it was related to Insanity and P90X. I didn't know what Beachbody was. I just knew the shake was a miracle shake to me, and it was bringing my health back, and I knew other women that it would help. So I wanted to share it first with my friends and my family. So I had my own, little bank account here, and I wasn't paying attention. I was working full time as a nurse informaticist, and I was making 80,000 plus a year, and so money wasn't an issue. And I just realized one day I checked my account when I decided to do this, just not for the discount, but I'm like, you know what, I'm going in because I can help people. And I was making so much money, I didn't realize this was coming in. I was just sharing. I'm just so not a business person. I'm embarrassed to say that. So I did it 3 years part-time, and I did the number crunching and realized that I could leave my job and do this full-time and help more people and pay my mortgage and my bills, go on free trips. But what made me more rich than anything was the ability to stay at home with my daughter and actually make up for lost time. If you can imagine being in the military and being a nurse, that took a lot of time away from our life. She just turned 21, and you heard about Shannon, it's like wanting to stay at home, and Teresa I envy them because their babies are still little. Mine is going to be leaving my nest soon, and I want every second, and I'm going to cherish it. The flexibility and the freedom of the time is amazing. So full circle, when I was diagnosed, I couldn't work out. I didn't have any energy. I had pain in my muscles and my joints and my nerves. And when I started getting healthy and I realized that Shakeology was related to Insanity, I said, I'm going to challenge myself to do that crazy workout. And if it's like when you lose something, you want it back more than ever. So I challenged myself to do Insanity. I graduated Insanity in 60 days. I moved on to do Insanity Asylum. And then I got so addicted to wanting to pay it forward, I become an Insanity instructor. And this way I can help people in person, give them additional motivation at the gym. But at the same time, I'm helping people at home. I touch hundreds of people's life at home that are working with me from Texas and Florida. My reach is beyond what I can even say. So all fitness instructors and personal trainers, you're still going to be wonderful and give your personal touch to everybody that you touch, but just think about the boundaries being wiped out and how you can help people across state lines and even country lines. And it's just been a blessing. So my day is both at the gym and at home, in front of Facebook, on the computer. I work maybe 3 hours a day, if that. And the rest of the time is spent with my husband and my dog and my daughter and my home and enjoying life. And it's just been a blessing. Teresa, I hope I've covered everything.
You did. Thank you so much. I love hearing your story. Like I said, we didn't start together in her starting journey, but I'm so happy that we are together now. And I just get to see, like, just hearing these stories, it's just, like I said, I was able to do so many things financially, but just to know that I get to be a part of their lives and in the lives of the people and my challengers is just like one of the things that we learned, and I keep trying to remind myself because it is a trying time with holidays and kids and being sick, is, always being in a state of gratitude, and just to know that, the people that I get to meet online every day, and even Shannon, even though she lives in the same town as me, we probably would have never crossed paths if we have not met on Facebook. And that hurts me, that I wouldn't have her, or even Robin, and there's just so many people on my team that I met, and people who are not even coaches, they're just people that have been in all my challenge groups, that if I ever never became a coach, I wouldn't have them enrich my life, because that's what it has been. So it's just, there's so many things that you get from being a coach, not just money, which is good. We all have to eat, we all have to pay our bills, and you don't get that unless you work, but there's just so many other things that you get from being a coach. So let me just break it down to some technical things before we head on back to Facebook about the basics of what a Beachbody coach, and Robin, love you. Just wanted to say that one more time because I love you. Okay, so real quick. And I'm going to read this so that I don't mess up anything, because sometimes I like kind of go off over here. So being a Beachbody coach is basically you're a rep for Beachbody. You promote fitness and being an advocate for one or more of the products. As you heard us all say, we practically do all of them. Right now, I'm an advocate for Core to Force. It's amazing. But we have many, many products and programs that doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey. So for about $140 or more, you can join. It's $140 and you get a challenge pack. And that's what Shannon had talked about when she was telling her story. That's what she got when she signed up, because they were available when has just started when she became a coach. But a challenge pack is you get a workout program, excuse me. You get a 30-day supply of Shakeology, or you can get a performance line, which is our, before and pre and post workout drinks. And you also get 30-day access to stream the workout that you purchase, plus like thousands of other workouts that we have on demand. So that's what you get for the $140. And you get to start your business. So the investment that you're going to put for that $140 is not just on your health and an investment in you to be sexier, feel better about yourself, and more confident. You're going to start a business at the same time. So if you can tell me a business that you can start for $140, let me know, because I don't think that exists. But there's also a $16 a month coaching fee. And that coaching fee, what that's going to cover is we don't have to stock products. We have a website. Beachbody gives us 2 websites. We get a Shakeology focused one and a general one. Since we don't have to like stock up on products and fill our garages with it or whatever. We have a warehouse. We have a few warehouses around the country. We have customer service that handles all that stuff. We don't take payments. It's all done online. So that's what you get for that $16 a month. So then you get a starter kit too. You get a couple of DVDs that kind of get you started into the business and get the knowledge going, because you want to be confident in this business, and to be confident, you have to know what you're doing. And so you get a starter kit that comes with your challenge pack and your Shakeology and the access to Beachbody on demand. So really, the thing about it is, like, whatever you want to put into this is what you get out. So you do make, listen, 25% commission on anything that you sell. But remember, the focus is not just on sales. It's best if you focus on being passionate about your own fitness in general, and then wanting to help others and share your experiences with the products. Because if you use the products, if you follow the meal plans, you drink your Shakeology, you push play, you're going to have amazing results. And people are going to see that, and you're going to share it and pay it for it, like Robin did. There's overwhelming things that happens with you, and people are going to see it. Especially if you're posting it on Facebook, they're going to see it and they're going to want to know. So that's what your focus is on, is not so much on sales, but of getting people involved with your groups. The other thing is, if you're, I lost my train of thought here. Okay, so one of the things too is that in the business, it's whatever you want it to be. You can work as much as you want. You can work as little as you want. You can just use it as a discount. I mean, that is really up to you. It's whatever you want to make it. You can make it as supplemental income, like Robin did when she first started, and I did too, and so did Shannon. Or you can make it a full-time income, but you still get to do those part-time hours. You just don't have to be there in an office 8 to 5 or whatever. This is all, you get to work your business at your schedule when you can fit it in, just like Shannon explained how she does it between nap times, and I do it between nap times and school with my kids. It's just you figure out your schedule, and as you join us, we will help you figure that out, because we know, look at your calendar and say, okay, you can fit it in here, you can fit it an hour here and there. You can make this business really work. Also, too, you want to start building a team is one way that you can make this business lucrative. I mean, you don't have to. Again, this is all up to you and how you want to work your business, but building a team and being supported to your team with all the information that we pass down to you, or whoever you sign up is going to be passing down all this information. We have trainings for you. All that stuff you pass down to the people that you sign up, and that's really where it starts to get really lucrative in this business. And you know what? Guess what? You can cancel. There is no contract. We don't ask for your firstborn or anything like that. If you see that it's not the right fit for you for whatever reason, you can cancel. You just go to a forum and you fill it out and you cancel. But I do highly suggest, if you make that leap to change your life, give it at least a year. I mean, you know, if you try to do something in 3 months, you have not even reached close to your potential. So you want to give some time and some effort into this before you give up on it, because once you don't give up and you work the time and we give you the things that you need to be doing, you can be successful in it. But you also have to tell yourself that you're capable of doing it and that you're worth it, because you are. Every one of us is worth being incredibly successful in our lives, whatever that means. You just have to start believing it, and that's where the personal development comes upon. Okay. So that's basically the basics of what a coach is. You know, and a coach, we don't have to be fitness professionals. Robin is, but that came after she became a coach. She wasn't a fitness professional when she started to become a coach. I was nowhere near being. I think the only thing I lift before I became a coach was vodka. I mean, there was nothing physical. When people found out that I was going to be a coach, they thought it was the most craziest thing they had ever heard of. So you don't need to have a fitness background. You need to be, you know, you don't need to be at a certain size or have a six-pack or anything like that to be a coach. But you do have to want to change your life to be healthier, and so that you can be a leader in that sense and have people follow you because they're seeing that it works because you're doing it. So don't worry about that. And guess what? If you head on back after this video is done, back to the Facebook event, we're going to go over a few of these common misconceptions, because you know what? I used to think that too. Since I was a Beachbody customer for so long, I used to see the little things on the website about being a coach. I never even thought to click on it because I thought I had to be a personal trainer. I didn't first said no to Shakeology because I thought of the price. You know, I didn't want to be an icky salesperson, and that's what I thought of when I thought of these kind of businesses. So there's a lot of misconceptions that are common among everybody, and you probably have them too. So if you head on back to the Facebook event, we're going to go over that. A few other coaches on our team are going to be posting videos that they have created to talk about those common misconceptions. And you get to ask any questions that maybe we didn't cover there. We're all hanging out over there so we can be there and answer your questions. The awesome thing is like once we get all that stuff out there, I will do the last goodbye, farewell, thank you for joining us post. And I'm going to ask you, what was your biggest takeaway from joining us this hour? And everybody that comments on that post will go into a drawing to win a $25 Amazon gift card. I mean, I think that will help out around Christmas time. Just saying, because Amazon and Prime, that's the only way I shop anyways. Maybe you guys go somewhere else. I don't like going out there. But you get a $25 Amazon gift card if you comment below what your biggest takeaway was. So again, go back there and ask any questions or learn about any misconceptions that we know about. After you do that, it's kind of want to just kind of run down real quick what's going to happen when you decide that this is the time for you to learn about this business now, so that in January, when the majority of the world is ready to get ready and fit and take care of themselves, you already know the business. You've already had some success because you decided to make that commitment to whatever program you decided and drink your Shakeology. They're going to be like, oh, she did it through Christmas and I gained 8 pounds and she lost 8 pounds. I think I want to join her group in January. And then we have this health bet thing that's going to be happening. So not only they're going to work out, they can win money. That's a whole other story. We talk about that later. But you decide you're going to do this now. You decide you're going to join us now. What's going to happen is you're going to get with the person who invited you to watch this video or invited to the event. They're going to give you their link so that you can sign up and join their team, whoever it was. You're going to sign up, and what the coach that you sign up with, they're going to send you a welcome email. And that email is going to give you all the information you need to your websites that Beachbody gives you. Is going to get access to the Team Motivate training site. We have a self-paced training that if you're one of those gung-ho people and want to do it on your own, we have it there for you. If that is not something that's for you, we're starting back our daily trainings, and that's going to be the first Monday of every month. So you're going to be put into that. You're also going to be added to some team pages or team groups that are on Facebook. We found out that that's really the best way we can get in contact with you. So you're going to be immersed with a community of people that are on the same mission as you. And so like I said, this is a business for you. This is your own business. You're your business. You're the entrepreneur, but you're never alone. You're provided with every tool to be successful. Now it's going to be your choice to use those tools. This business is not an overnight success. I'm going to be completely honest. You are not going to be in the Millionaires Club in 1 year. It does take work. It takes time, but it's the most satisfying work that you're going to be a part of, because not only you're making your life better, you're going to be changing people's lives. And it is going to get hard. but we are here together to help you, to lean on, to give you the tools. We are here to mentor you and to teach you how to fish. We're not going to give you the fish. We're going to teach you how to fish so that you can take control of your life. That is our way of doing it here, and we're completely open about how it's going to work, but it does require work. So if you're ready to work to change your lives, we are here to mentor you. So we take whatever your vision is for your life and give you the tools that you're going to implement to make that vision come true. So if you are ready, get with the person that had you sign up. Go to the Facebook event now to ask any questions or listen to any of the misconceptions, because you probably have some of them. And then we'll talk later. And I hope that I see in the next couple of days a new welcome to our Team Motivate page, that you have joined our journey. So everybody have a good night, and thank you so much. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Shannon, for getting on, and thank you for listening. Have a good night.